Hey guys, it's Ravenhawk6910 reporting once again. In this review, we're hopping across the pond to look at a model that is a little unusual for my layout, but one that has a special place in my heart. This is the brand new Accurascale Southeastern and Chatham Railway P-Class 060 tank engine number 323 from the world-famous Bluebell Railway. First up though, it is disclaimer time. The pros and cons in this video do not reflect the thoughts of my personal opinion. They attempt to be objective in nature and as such are either community opinions or facts about the model that I can represent on camera, so please don't assume anything in this video is my personal opinion unless I state so otherwise. Additionally, it's important to note that I don't speak on behalf of Accurascale and am not endorsed by any company. I am an independent reviewer and the work I do does not reflect the thoughts of any companies in question. Also, I'm going to preface this review by stating that I am not British, I'm American, and therefore I do not know everything there is to know about British railways or 00 gauge models in general. This is, in fact, my first ever 00 gauge steam locomotive, so with that being said, if I screw up on certain facts, which I'm likely to do, be nice down in the comments about it. I'm here to learn, not get lashed. Finally, I'm not filming this video on my home layout for reasons I'll explain later in the video. Instead, I'm once again at my model railroad club, the Tennessee Valley Model Railroaders Incorporated. Anyways, with all of that out of the way, let's go ahead and take a look at this model. The SE&CR P-Class are a class of 8 060 tank engines built between 1909 and 1910 at the railway's Ashford Works. Designed by Harry Wainwright, they primarily worked as shunters and station pilots, lasting all the way through the formation of the Big Four and British Railways. The class were eventually retired from service between 1955 and 1961. Former SE&CR number 323 was saved from the cutter's torch in 1960 when it was bought by the Bluebell Railway, where it became one of their main locomotives and at the same time was given the nickname Bluebell. Now, why would I want this model? Well, when I was a child getting into trains in the 1990s and early 2000s, I, like many, was a fan of Thomas the Tank Engine. One year, my mom took me to day out with Thomas at the Tennessee Valley Railroad Museum in Chattanooga, Tennessee. While there, she bought me a die-cast toy from Ertl of Bluebell in its SE&CR green paint scheme. The engine stuck with me, and when I learned Accurascale was offering this model, I snapped it up right away. Accurascale got the Hatton's P-Class tooling and fulfilled the orders for them following the closure of the former. They arrived in January 2025 and come DCC ready out of the box, but can be upgraded to DCC with an ESU Lock Pilot 6-pin decoder. This is what I chose to do, and mine is now compatible with DCC systems. Though I will say, if you choose to do this, be sure to keep track of the screws. There are 4 of them which hold the die-cast body in place, and they are very tiny, so take extra care when putting them on or off the model, as they're really easy to lose. The detail on this locomotive, for how small it is amazing. From the sprung buffers to the cab detail to the crisp paint and lettering, Bluebell is a beautiful piece to have. As I never owned any of the original Hatton's models, I can't speak for the quality compared to the original release, but what I have here, I'm in love with. This is the smallest steam locomotive I own that runs on HO gauge track, and yet it pops so well. I'm sure I'm gushing over this thing, but whatever, I really like it, and if you've ordered one of these, I'm sure you know exactly how I feel. For the value of $106 USD, this is a can't-miss locomotive. Okay, let's go ahead and run Bluebell around the layout for a bit. I've got it coupled to a train of some Dapole rolling stock I picked up from Rails of Sheffield. Sadly, no brake van yet, so we'll just pretend it's there, okay? Okay. There are no lighting or sound functions with this model, so let's just roll it out and see how she runs. It's pretty quick for a small model, but one thing is happening. The model at slow speeds is very jerky. This is why I couldn't film this review on my home layout. With the piss-poor state of my wiring and the short wheelbase of the engine, yeah, it just wasn't happening. So a future upgrade may see this engine equipped with some form of a DCC keep alive to allow it to operate better and more consistently on DCC. Alright, that just about does it for this review. As I said, these models retail for around 106 USD from Accurascale, so try to find them as close to that price as you can, as these are completely sold out from them now. As for my first 00 gauge steam engine, I have to say I'm very impressed, and it won't be the last one, that's for sure, as I'm likely going to take this up as a side hobby to my main HO trains. Nothing wrong with sprucing things up a bit, you know? Anyway, if you've made it to the end of the video, thank you so much for that. Be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you're new, and click the notification bell to be notified whenever I upload a video. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next review. This is Ravenhawk6910, signing off.